about Trump's tax returns because Trump, a lot of people not liking the fact that he ain't pay his fair share, so they're saying. But how you feel about it, bro? How you feel about it?
I mean, it goes both ways. Like, on one hand, obviously, we want the people at the top to pay taxes, so
For
it can
sure.
come back down, trickle down economics, something like that. But at the same time, I could foresee myself in a future where I got really rich and I like took advantage of loopholes that allowed me to save money. Is that wrong? Maybe. Is that probably what I'm gonna do? Absolutely.
That's my thing too, though, because it's like even on like a regular level of understanding the situation, people who like start off in like you can say lower class people, right, who become like maybe middle to high class, they have the same mindset. They're like, how can I make the most money and find any way to like put my money in maybe an IRA or a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA so I don't have to pay taxes on this? How can I find the easiest way to make my money grow without me paying taxes? Especially someone who is a business developer, he's a real estate developer. So I
It's
feel
the
like
easiest for real estate developers when you just
exactly.
like write off in terms of what properties are depreciating, and then think about like Amazon. So have you heard they paid like $0 in taxes? That's literally why they're so successful to this day. It's like it's almost like a measure of success, and that even sounds bad, but that might just be how America's set up at the moment. Where if you're able to pay nothing, then everything afterwards is profit.
But my thing, I feel like most people don't understand the fact that why is these big companies get tax credits. So, for example, if I'm going into a community and I'm giving 100,000 jobs or like a certain amount of jobs, I'm making that community so much better off of the fact that there's 100,000 jobs here that would not have been here. So yes, I would like you to not let me pay taxes so I can actually compensate the people that live in your community more. So I feel like it's just like trying to weigh which way is more. Like, do you want them to either pay more taxes and employ less people, or pay less taxes and employ more people?
No, yeah. And then the craziest thing about it is, like, obviously everyone's roasting Trump with respect to his tax returns. Even though during the debate he said the 750 isn't true, who knows what's
That's
real
a
or
fact.
not?
Yeah.
It's no way to tell. But, like, Biden, Kamala, Pence, every single one of them, they're acting like they don't do that. Like, I know
Yeah.
Pelosi's on, whoever's doing her taxes is making sure she gets as much money as possible. Maybe Trump finessed the most in that particular incident, but I feel like every rich person is doing this exact thing.
I feel like I'm a little ignorant on the space in terms of the fact that like like if you're a politician, why do you pay taxes? Like, don't the taxes technically pay you if you're a politician? I don't know the answer. It's just
No,
something I thought
I
out
mean,
there.
I didn't even think about that. It sounds very ironic because,
Like,
like, they probably are paid off of taxpayer money. But at the same time, when they file taxes, ooh, yeah, I would have to think about that. We'd have to maybe address that on a later episode because that seems like a loophole in and of itself.
I'm saying, right? It has to be something in there that's like on some like crazy loophole timing, like where it says like technically they pay taxes, but it might low key be like some wild. Okay, this might be some conspiracy type theory thing. But what if they're paying themselves and they're paying taxes, but they're really a government official, so they're like, you get me?
No, I would hear you. So this would have to be so politicians. I guess that's on a federal level. Actually, when we're talking about like Pelosi and people like that, maybe like your state senator, state taxes go to him.
Okay, okay.
But like somebody like the head of Democrats like Pelosi, I would assume federal taxes go to her. So maybe any federal taxes she pays goes directly to that. Nah, it can't. It
That's
can't
what
work
I'm
like that. That
saying.
sounds a little too
Now we're
crazy.
definitely gonna research that for another episode because
Yeah.
there's definitely something there that I don't really understand why a politician, if you're technically a public servant or you serve the public, tax money pays for public service. I have to go deeper into to understand the fact. Like if you say you're like garbage man, like garbage men, they get paid like by the public. Do they have to pay taxes too?
Well,
I don't
here's the
know.
thing. I mean, at the end of the day, taxes are supposed to be paid as like your obligation to America as like a civil servant instead of like a public servant. So like, and politicians are supposed to be held on that pedestal like they're just civilians. Obviously, in today's day and age, it does seem like politicians aren't like
Different, yeah.
above that, but I would assume at like the foundation, the idea is that they pay just like anybody else, and where it goes afterwards is Who
Who knows? Nah, that's a fact.